In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a student to the system. To do so, make sure that you're in the admin console, and then make sure that you're in the student maintenance section. Then click on Add a Student. You'll notice that this is very similar to when you add a user to the system. However, technically speaking, students are in a different database table than users. So you're actually adding them to a slightly different location behind the scenes of Blue Quill. So to add a student, you're going to first enter their name, and then enter their email address. Now, just like with adding users, the email address must be unique. So you cannot add the same email address for a user as you can for a student. So it has to be unique. And then you can either, just like with users, assign a username, or you can allow the system to auto-generate a username. In my case, I know the username of this user. So I'm going to add that in, and then again you can choose, do you want to auto-generate a password or enter a password? In this case, I'm going to auto-generate a password. And again, it grays out the password section. If you know the external ID, you can enter that here. And for the case of students, they may actually have a student ID number that might be stored elsewhere that you want to match it with what's here. If not, and if you leave that blank, the system will assign one. You can also require a student to enter a new password the first time they log in. One of the advantages to doing that would be if you're assigning generic passwords, you can have them always change it to something that they know the first time around. And that's a good practice, especially again if you're adding generic passwords or something generated that you want to know before they get started. So I can put a check mark there if I want them to be required to log in and then add their own unique password once they do that. After I've chosen all of these, then I do want to choose send a confirmation email, and then once that's done, I'll click Add Student, and that student has now been added, and you can see their information here. So in this case, I'm going to copy that and hold on to it so that I can go and do the rest of the information later. But that is how you add a student, and as you'll notice, because it's successful, I know that I added unique information.